Hello, 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 and welcome to my neck of the woods, because we ain't at the spiritual ranch today, and we're over elsewhere, back at it, I guess, getting after that coin, right? It's not my most favorite thing to do, for sure. Yeah, it's not what the OGO loves to do, but as we had conversations here in a couple of my reads, we kind of hashed all that out, and so right now, there's been a lot of energies of standing like truly in our truth, and being very willing to express that truth, and those who don't hear us are gonna have to go. It's just what it is, we're in a time right now, actually, too, where extreme truths are coming out, and that's not just happening in the political arena, in the world affairs, but it's also happening in our personal lives, and so a lot of the things that we haven't really had clear answers to over the last 5-year cycle, 6-year cycle, since like 2019, are really starting to make sense very clearly, and you're seeing now that you've been right all along, High Priestess, right? And so we've been in that Page of Swords energy, which has had us, it's like it's not questioning our truth, like we always have known intuitively what the truth was, and so it's just that we've gone back and forth from wanting to believe the lie, because the lie would hold together the narrative that best suited us, and so that now there's a big truth that's come out to the surface, and that truth really makes it clear how the narrative has been a lie, and so it's like now it's like everything that we known spirit was telling us was actually what was going on, while we've been being really led to believe by many people, many situations, many spirits, many energies. We've been led to believe that we were wrong in what our intuition was telling us, and it's like on all fronts, it's like haven't had any support, and us really trusting our intuition, which now that's changed. That's what's changing. Okay, and so that's a big change for us. It's a radical change for us, but with it comes acceptance of a lot of things that we didn't want to believe in, and those energies when we were kind of like still willing to, we're trying to be hopeful, right? Everybody says, oh, hope for the best, or whatever, and it's honestly too, it's just that we've been really buried here underneath a tremendous amount of lies, of deceit, and we've known it, but we haven't had that proof that we needed, that really made it all come together in a way that made sense, so that we could really analyze all the energies that have been coming at us. And right now we do, and that's a reset, and so we've had to really face ourselves here this last year, and we've really had to sit and kind of steep in that truth, in that reality, that knowing that like what we didn't want to be true is true, knowing that like having to accept that, and having to really let go right now, because if everything that we've been building our lives on has proven to be like a lie, the only way that we could bring in the things now that are going to serve us the most purpose is by really trusting our intuition. We can't be in a position any longer where we don't do that with that Page of Swords energy. Even if that's how the world treats us, we're high priestesses. We're high priests, we're high priestesses. Like we know, and we need to trust that moving forward, because the deception is thick. And so if this is the struggle that you've been working with, see it for what it is, as like a real opportunity for you to recognize the tools that you have at your availability, with your connection to the divine one, and like your true inner knowing and inner strength, and allow that to like be your armor here, moving forward, because it's like a very deceitful world that we live in, and we all seek wish fulfillment. We all seek that healing, and like we definitely are seeking that with others right now, but we have to be very discerning, because we have been it's time that we really wake up and realize that, yeah, man, those of us who are really living it, that are really on this path as a chosen one, we've been attacked. We've been really attacked. And in really extreme cases, you know, where it doesn't, it just, it's so much that like truths and the things that we've experienced here in the last 6 years, that is just like so conspiratorial, you know, but the evidence is there, the facts are there, we know it's true. We're not making it up. It's like it's just too factually based at this point. And we got to see that. It's like that's really painful, because it's something that we don't have anybody that we could talk to, because nobody really understands that extreme, you know. My battery is gonna die. And so it's time for us right now to stand in that high priestess energy, you guys. We're gonna give little guy a treat. Little guy, we gotta make it quick. Here, have a treat. I'm gonna pull a card here to see how fast we can get. All right. And so anyways, it's still a good message right there. I hope that should resonate. That's my I'm trying to really give everybody encouragement right now to continue to stand in the truth that they have learned, you know, at this point right now. It's a big truth that's coming out. And it's not that you haven't known this truth. It's just that you haven't had the energies properly to really see this truth for, you know, there's too many questions. And so now there's no questions. You're like, well, no, the situation, the way it is right now, brings a lot of clarity to why that harvest didn't come in with the 10 of cups in the reverse, and with the 8 of pentacles in the upright position with that 2 of cups in the reverse. And so it's like right now, moving forward, we need to make sure that we protect ourselves with our truth, that we wear our armor completely. You know, we have a harvest coming in right now, and it's coming in right after us coming out of and closing out some really painful cycles, you know, where nothing made sense. And so it's like, now that everything does make sense, you know, if this video just cuts out, that's what Spirit said, and we're gonna leave it there, you know. But I love you guys and everything like that, you know, and peace out, you know. So that's my ending, how I usually do it. So let's do it now. And so it's important that we don't fight this right now. You know, this is closure. This is closure. And it's like, you know, closure is not always what we seek. But when we know the truth about something so solid, and we know that it stands against everything that we know is true, or it verifies everything that we know is a lie, we have to have the willingness to fucking move away from those energies in our life, and manifest the best out of the situation that we're in, and transmute that shit. That's what we gotta do right now, more than ever, you know. And so stop juggling. You know the truth. You know your self-worth. You know what your value is right now, and there's no question about that, you know. And so you can stand on your own, even on one foot, and juggle like that, because you're a badass motherfucker, and you're not gonna let anybody else juggle you, or who and what your value is, you know. And so they could out here in this world right now, with the energy that you carry, they could go find a copycat, you know. Sure, they could go find a copycat, but they're gonna find out that that's just a little pussy compared to the lion that you have become as you've ascended right now. And so good work, chosen one, you know. And that's what that is. And so get ready to be on your own, juggling your own coin, and celebrating in that fact right now, because you have your own self-worth now. You have your value. That's where your coin matters most, is what you know, and that's the fucking truth. And you're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate, you know. Here we are right now, stepping into our celebration, and it's gonna be a celebratory moment, because we're gonna learn how to move very light right now, because we've been carrying way too much fucking energy, you know, that hasn't been ours, and it hasn't it's been imposed upon us by the lies of others. And so now we know our fucking truth, and so we can shed all those lies that have been feeding on us, and step into this King of Wands energy, you know. And King of Wands, yeah, bring it in, you know. This is somebody you could build a home with. Like, this is that energy that you could build a home yourself in, you know. Because the King and Queen of Wands are fucking hot. They're hot for each other. They're bad to the bone, and they know what they fucking want, and they don't fucking dilly-dally and wishy-washy, no fucking wishy-washy bullshit, you know. If they want it, they go get it. And that's the energy that we're in right now. We're done dragging our feet because of past circumstances that have held us in a state of dismay, where we couldn't shine in that full power of our fire energy, you know. And so right now, hey, be passionate, you know, be hot, hot. That's how you're going to manifest. That's how you're going to attract. Be the leader that God made you, and understand that when you stand in that fire, that is your truth, and you carry that sword of truth that's on fire, fuck, you know, the whole world is your oyster, you know, especially with us now, because we've learned how to stand on our own. Absolutely, with that Nine of Pentacles, and we have every reason to be proud of that, you know, because the King of Wands here is looking at themselves in that Nine of Pentacles energy, which is telling them that, well, fucking King of Pentacles is right around the corner, you know, and that King of Pentacles is going to be when that Knight of Wands steps into their abundance, you know, and that's what that Knight of Wands is really ready to do right now, you know, and that Knight of Wands is ready to do that with a passionate new beginning, you know. And so that passionate beginning is going to start with ourselves with this Nine of Pentacles energy, because we've really established ourselves as being the fucking goat, the mountain, you know, on the mountain. We really are. We're the goat. Happy birthday, Capricorns. OGL was born this day, you know, on the 27th of December. I always manifest at this time on this day, you know, and so it might have been different numbers at different eons, but it's the same fucking time every time, you know, that I manifest, because that's the way it works astrologically, you know, into the physical. So here we are. Happy birthday, OGO. And it's time to celebrate, okay? And so get that passionate beginning. Stand on your own right now in your own light as a King of Wands, you know, and what you're going to attract, they're going to come in and they're going to see you. And they're going to want to follow you and they're going to want to be on your team full on. That's Knight of Wands, you know. So the Knight of Wands is going to see that King of Wands energy and be like, damn, fire, you know, guys. And so cool. That's the gift that we get when we're willing to stand in our truth and be passionate about ourselves still, even after we go through periods of cycles, you know, that cycles, right? That make us question that, you know, and we're coming to the end of a massive cycle right now where we'll never question that again, and that puts us in extremely powerful energy. Not King of Wands, you know, and so get out there and do that shit, you know, and speak your fucking truth, you know, cut right now. That's that Queen of Wands energy. When you see things that don't serve your purpose, when you see things that are not truthful to you, cut it out, you know. And now that you know the truth, cut it out. You know, don't sit and dilly-dally. The King of Wands energy isn't going to sit and dilly-dally with somebody who's fucking gaslighting them, you know, who's blowing lies into their fire, because that's not going to kindle their flames in a way that's going to set them on their best course, you know. It's like with lies, when you blow too many lies on a straight, legit King of Wands, that turns into a forest fire, and that individual will burn everything down around them, because they're trying to eliminate the things that are causing them deceit, just like I talk about the fucking manzanita out here, which I'm getting ready to work on right now, and here they are, them spirits, right? They're jumping right in here. And so that's the energy that we're in right now, is that we got to keep cool, calm, and fucking collected. Let these cycles end right now. Stand in our fucking truth and manifest that brand new beginning with this two of cups and the Ten of Pentacles, or Ten of Cups, that have been on hold for us, because they've been on hold through this period that we've been in, as we've been trying to understand who and what we are and how to use our fire, our flame, our passion, and not use it in a manner that burns the whole house down, but that provides warmth, comfort, and joy. Right? And so this is some completion right here. This is happiness. This is happiness that's coming in right now. Okay, this is celebration. This is us getting ready to celebrate and receive that ten of cups. Because when we receive that Three of Cups, that's the next step after that Two of Cups. You know, so it's like when we really see ourselves, then we could be seen by others, and that's what we're stepping into right now, because we're going to stand so firmly in our Two of Cups energy as a self-loving individual that nobody's ever going to be able to knock us off from that throne as the King of Wands ever fucking again. You know, like we're not going to allow that. We're not going to allow anything that is like doesn't serve our higher purpose dampen our flame, and we're not going to allow anybody to come into our life and cause us to burn our whole fucking house down, because all they do is blow lies on us. King of Wands, stand your ground, be fire, and stop worrying about it. Don't let that worry. Now, you don't have to think about it anymore at all. You don't even have to think about it. And whatever it is that you've been thinking about, that I'm trying to tell you not to think about like that anymore, or I'm saying that Spirit's telling us don't think about it anymore, don't think about it anymore. Like, the reason that the anxiety comes in there is because you're allowing your head to wander and you're allowing your thoughts to wander, you know. And so right now, the King of Wands energy also has self-mastery. That's self-mastery, because you have to know how to use fire in order to make it the most useful for you, because otherwise it's very dangerous, okay? And that's the same way with our thoughts right now. So be very cautious about what you're thinking, and give yourself affirmations. Don't wake up at night feeling horrible about things. Wake up at night and go, no, whatever it is that Spirit's going to bring into my life now, whatever God's going to bring into my life now is going to most definitely serve me, my higher purpose, as I sit on my throne as a king of wands with all that joy coming in, and truth. And so you know the truth, and so just find comfort in that, even if it's an uncomfortable truth. The only way that we can make it a useful tool for us is when we step out of that state of confusion and no longer allow ourselves to feel confused by that truth. Okay, and so it's like the only reason we wake up feeling anxiety or feeling a nine of swords energy is when the things that are going on around us don't make any fucking sense, and so we don't know what way to feel. We can't place emotion on things that don't feel good, and so that makes our head fucking wander and go crazy, so we can't get our passion straight, right? And so we want to be passionate about life, but if things are causing us doubt, we'll wake up in the middle of the night and be worried about that. But you don't have to anymore, and so you know the truth. Okay, and so when we accept the truth, we step out of that nine of swords energy and back into a higher, by going to the 10 swords, letting it go, boom, and then we step into ace of swords energy, which is our higher truth. That's when we accept the fucking fates that have been handed to us and make the most out of them, and we're no longer confused ever again, because that ace of swords is the sword of truth. Okay, and so that's exactly what's going on here, you guys. And so get ready. Get ready for the new beginning. There's going to be a new beginning, and there's going to be There's going to be a new beginning and a lot of stability in that new beginning. You're going to have a lot of stability. There's going to be no more deceit, no more fucking confusion, no more lacking self-value. The truth that you hold right now is going to give you the ability to step right into the new beginnings that you have right now with an Ace of Pentacles. And so that means that you got everything to offer, and you got everything to work with, and you got the backing of God. God's invested in you right now because they see that you're a damn good investment. And so that's very powerful energy to be working in right now with the rest of these energies. That's a promise. So God's promising you that this is going to make sense, that the lies have come to the surface now. And so there's no longer for you to stand in that confusion. Okay. And so that's very good work, chosen one. It is. This has been hard. This has been difficult. This 2025 has been a very difficult journey, and there's been a lot of things that have not gone at all the way we would want them to. We've been really feeling it, left out in the cold. But that's isolation in order for us to heal. Okay, that's what that Five of Coins is meaning right now. It's like, we had to spend that time feeling separated from everything and feeling like we weren't accepted, and that we didn't have a whole lot of company in that, right? But we've healed them wounds. These ones have healed now. And so it's like we're going to bring in the new world order that's going to bring in the damn Pentacles for those chosen ones. And so there you go, you guys. Good work. And I really wanted to see this right here with that Queen of Wands. Okay. And so fire, you guys. Fire. Okay, that's a divine couple right there, again, and they're fire, and so King and Queen of Wands. Okay, so we're mastering our houses, you guys. Good work. Very good work. And I love the way Spirit works, man. This message is a lot of clarity to me. I really appreciate them for delivering this message, and thank you, Spirit. Thank you very much, Spirit. Thank you. And I hope that damn, dude. I really hope that, that brought a lot of clarity to you, too, as well, okay? And so our paths are illuminated right now. We have to trust that. We got this Sun card right here, which is more fire energy, and so that's just fire right now, you guys. Hot. Take this opportunity to move. Don't look back right now. Don't look back. You already figured it out, and if you look back right now, you're going to spend the rest of eternity trying to figure it out. And you don't want to be in that space. You got the clarity. You got the enlightenment. You got the power of the sun. You got the power of God. You got that steed, that horse that God gives us, that stability between our legs right now. And we're charging forward into the next phases of these battles that we're fighting. This is spiritual warfare, okay? But we got a fucking steed right now that, and we got dogs that know how to hunt, And so this is our opportunity to get out here and really make something out of ourselves that we're going to be, God's going to be very, very, very proud to show to the entire world. And they're going to say, hey, this is my child, like, so they don't fuck with the chosen one. And that's what's coming here. And so, damn, Spirit, thank you very much, Spirit, thank you. And so I'm gonna get out here. Jojo, just get out here and crack the whip. Time for me to make a little coin. I got the house all ready to go, So I'm looking fucking good in this sun energy right now. And it's time to manifest happiness into our lives and total and complete clarity. That's what we need right now as the high priestess. We need complete and total clarity. And we're getting that. We're receiving that. And so now it's a matter of us letting go of our addiction to the things that were unclear in the past and are trying to figure them out. Okay. And so we got to take action to move forward. And that's the action that we got to take. And so just focus on that right now, focus on what is next. Quit trying to figure out all the clutter that we have had to leave behind here this last year, because we're coming into a new beginning, brand new beginning, and we're coming into a great reset, and it's great for a reason. It's going to be something amazing. It's a great awakening, and so and we're very well prepared for that as the King and Queen of Wands going out there to lead, and so fuck yeah, I love you guys. Thank you. Very nice message.